The Dallas Cowboys rookie minicamp had come to an end, and the atmosphere at the training facility was beginning to boil as the veterans arrived for voluntary workouts. The lawn was impeccable, shining in the Texas sun, and the air was charged with expectation. However, a notable absence was beginning to generate murmurs among the players and coaching staff. CeeDee Lamb had not yet appeared. So, my fan friends, have you checked if you are subscribed to the channel? Subscribe now to receive more videos like this. CeeDee Lamb, known for his incredible ability on the field and for being one of the most promising wide receivers in the NFL, was in the spotlight. His spectacular receptions and ability to turn seemingly missed plays into phenomenal touchdowns had been crucial to the Cowboys' performance last season. The fans and the team were counting on him to lead the attack again. In an interview in April, CeeDee Lamb had left fans hopeful when speaking to TMZ Sports. He was confident and excited, with a wide smile and eyes shining with enthusiasm. "Yes, I'll be in Dallas," he stated without hesitation. Lamb demonstrated an insatiable thirst for victory and an unwavering desire to contribute to the team's success. He was determined to return to the field with his teammates and fight to win the much-desired title once again. However, as voluntary training progressed, Lamb's absence began to take a toll. The coaches exchanged worried glances and rumors about their contractual situation circulated more and more intensely. Could he be waiting for a new agreement? Was there any other reason behind his absence? The days passed slowly for Cowboys fans. With each training session without Lamb's presence, the anxiety increased. Was it only a matter of time before he appeared, ready to lead the charge with the same ferocity as ever, or was there something more serious at stake? The mandatory minicamp was scheduled for June 4th to 6th. It would be then, and only then, that the questions would begin to be answered. The anticipation was palpable. Cowboys fans waited with their hearts in their hands, hoping to see their star back, dressed in the blue and white uniform, ready for another season of spectacular plays and exciting victories. The future of the Cowboys, in large part, seemed to depend on the outcome of this story. Dallas Cowboys training camp is scheduled for the end of July, and the team has a tradition of signing crucial contracts during this period. Last year, the team showed its skill in negotiations by renewing several important players, consolidating a squad that proved to be competitive and combative. With that reputation in mind, Cowboys fans held out hope that the same could happen to CeeDee Lamb this year. However, as always, football is a game of uncertainty and the situation still hung in the air like a cloud full of unanswered questions. Despite Lamb's absence from voluntary training, there was no concern about his physical condition. On the contrary, on May 14th, a revealing moment occurred. A photographer, with a keen eye for talent on the field, captured images of Lamb training hard outside the Cowboys facility. The photos showed a focused and determined Lamb, his athleticism on full display as he ran, jumped, and practiced his catches with the same dexterity that made him a star in the NFL. His muscles worked in perfect harmony, and the expression on his face revealed unwavering determination. These images quickly circulated across social media, offering a reassuring glimpse for anxious fans. It was a reminder that despite still pending contract negotiations, Lamb was diligently preparing for next season. He wasn't standing still. He was honing his skills, keeping his body in optimal condition and showing everyone that his absence from training was a matter of time, not commitment. As training camp approached, anticipation grew. The halls of the Cowboys training facility were filled with speculation. Coaches held hushed conversations, strategies were hatched, and all eyes were on the direction in which Lamb would appear. Contract negotiations were like a delicate dance, where each step needed to be carefully calculated. Fans, although anxious, had confidence in the ability of the Cowboys management team. They had seen important renovations take place in previous years, like an orchestra playing the right note at the right time. They knew that negotiations with Lamb would require precision and sensitivity, but they believed that the wide receiver's talent and commitment would allow both parties to reach a satisfactory agreement. As the end of July approached, the narrative surrounding CeeDee Lamb became an engrossing saga. With each passing day, the anticipation grew. June's mandatory minicamp had provided some answers, but the real climax was reserved for training camp. It would be there that the Cowboys, with their skill and experience, would seek to seal Lamb's fate and, with him, guarantee another season of hope and dreams for their passionate fans. Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer approached the CeeDee Lamb situation with the confidence of a seasoned veteran. At a press conference, Schottenheimer made it clear that Lamb's absence was not a cause for concern. With a calm, assured smile, he declared, "CeeDee is a professional. He knows what to do. Dak Prescott and the other players have been communicating with him. We know he is preparing well." These words echoed through the halls of the training center, relieving some of the anxiety that hung in the air. Schottenheimer, known for his ability to develop effective attacks, was certain that Lamb was in tune with the team's plans. He knew Lamb's work ethic well and had complete confidence in his commitment to the team. The physical absence in training did not mean that the wide receiver was disconnected from his teammates or from the team's strategy. On the contrary, the constant communications between Lamb and key players were a sign of his continued dedication. Dak Prescott, the Cowboys' unquestioned leader, also shared his thoughts on Lamb during the Reliant Home Run Derby event in early May. Under the glow of the baseball stadium's lights, as attendees enjoyed themselves and the crowd cheered, Prescott was approached by reporters curious about Lamb's absence. With a calm countenance and a friendly tone, he explained, "We were roommates in July, so it's okay. I know what he's doing and how he's preparing." The camaraderie between Prescott and Lamb was evident. During the period they shared the same space, a strong connection was built, based on mutual respect and a deep understanding of the game. Prescott knew exactly how Lamb trained, how he prepared mentally and physically for each season. This proximity allowed Prescott to assure. Prescott enthusiastically described some of the conversations he's had with Lamb in recent weeks. He talked about the tactics they discussed, the training videos they shared, and the strategies they devised. Lamb was training with intensity, incorporating new techniques and strengthening his endurance. He was constantly evolving, always looking to improve his skills to surprise his opponents and dominate the field. As training camp approached, trust between the Cowboys players and coaching staff only grew. Schottenheimer and Prescott's statements provided a clear picture that despite Lamb's physical absence, he was completely integrated into the team's plan for next season. The team knew they could count on his talent and dedication, and Cowboys fans eagerly awaited to see him in action again. Mandatory minicamp and training camp would be pivotal moments where the pieces of the puzzle would come together, and Lamb's presence would become the key to unlocking the Cowboys' full potential. With Schottenheimer orchestrating the attack and Prescott leading the way with his experience and charisma, the season promised to be an exciting journey, with CeeDee Lamb ready to shine once again. Dallas Cowboys wide receivers coach Robert Prince was full of praise when talking about CeeDee Lamb. In a recent interview, with training camp quickly approaching, Prince highlighted Lamb's work ethic and continued dedication. "Even though he's not here right now, we know he's training and preparing," said Prince, with a twinkle in his eye that revealed his admiration for the young talent. "Hey, Cowboy fans, I just saw that you haven't left your like yet, so if you want YouTube to continue delivering our videos to you, leave your like." Prince was right in his confidence. In 2023, Lamb had a season that made Cowboys and NFL history. His stats were impressive: 1,749 receiving yards, 12 touchdowns, 113 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. These numbers were not just good, they were extraordinary. Lamb showed a consistency and level of performance that placed him among the best in the league. The peak of Lamb's season was marked by a run of games that left fans and critics in awe. In 3 consecutive games, he had at least 10 receptions and more than 150 yards, a feat that set a new NFL record. His plays were electrifying, each reception seemed more spectacular than the last, and he became the nightmare of any opposing defense. One of the most memorable moments came in Week 17 in a pivotal matchup against the Detroit Lions. The game was full of tension, with the playoffs on the horizon, and Lamb delivered a historic performance. He broke the record for receptions and receiving yards in a single game, leaving the Lions' defense stunned. Each catch was a masterpiece of agility and precision, and the yards piled up as he charged down the field with the grace of a dancer and the strength of a titan. Fans in the stadium and spectators at home could hardly believe what they were seeing. CeeDee Lamb's name echoed through the halls of the NFL like a legend in the making. As July training camp approached, anticipation grew. The Cowboys knew that Lamb's presence could turn a good season into a championship season. His teammates, including quarterback Dak Prescott, stayed in constant contact with him, reinforcing the team's camaraderie and unity. Prescott, remembering his times as roommates with Lamb, spoke with a smile on his face during the Reliant Home Run Derby event. "We were roommates in July, so it's fine. I know what he's doing and how he's preparing," Prescott said, his confidence radiating to everyone around him. Lamb's preparations, captured in photos and videos that circulated on social media, showed an athlete committed to improving every aspect of his game. He was training hard, not just to maintain his level, but to surpass his own marks. His dedication inspired not only his teammates, but also the fans who eagerly awaited the start of the new season. Robert Prince, Dak Prescott, and the entire Cowboys team knew CeeDee Lamb was destined to continue his meteoric rise. And with each day that passed, the anticipation grew. Training camp promised to be the start of another epic journey, with Lamb ready to lead the Cowboys offense with the same passion and excellence he had shown in 2023. Fans couldn't wait to see him in action again, knowing that they were about to witness more historic moments. The Dallas Cowboys, in a strategic move, activated CeeDee Lamb's 5th-year contract option. That decision guaranteed nearly $18 million for the talented wide receiver in 2024 if a new deal isn't finalized before the season opener on September 8 against the Browns in Cleveland. This pick reflected the team's unwavering confidence in Lamb's value and the impact he would continue to have on the field. Time was still on the Cowboys and Lamb's side. With months to go until the season kickoff, there were numerous opportunities for both parties to meet and discuss a new contract that could better reflect Lamb's extraordinary performance. The dialogue between the Cowboys management team and Lamb's representatives promised to be intense, but the basis of respect and mutual recognition indicated that a positive resolution was not only possible, but likely. Meanwhile, the activation of the fifth-year option not only ensured Lamb's presence, but also sent a clear message: the Cowboys were committed to building a winning future with Lamb as a centerpiece. Wide receivers coach Robert Prince reaffirmed that sentiment whenever he talked about Lamb. "Even though he's not here right now, we know he's training and preparing," Prince said, with the conviction of someone who has seen Lamb's work ethic up close. Lamb's tireless preparation was nothing new to anyone. In 2023, he had enjoyed a season that went down in the annals of Cowboys and NFL history. Accumulating 1,749 receiving yards, 12 touchdowns, 113 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, Lamb established himself as one of the league's most prolific and exciting wide receivers. His ability to make decisive catches at critical moments was legendary, and he didn't disappoint when the team needed him most. His streak of 3 consecutive games with at least 10 receptions and 150-plus yards was a testament to his consistency and excellence. Each game was a spectacle, and Cowboys fans cheered with each reception and each advance. The culmination of this incredible season was the game against the Detroit Lions in Week 17, where Lamb broke the record for receptions and yards in a single game. That day was etched in fans' memories as an example of Lamb's greatness on the field. Beyond the stats and records, the bond between Lamb and his teammates was palpable. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott spoke fondly about his relationship with Lamb during the Reliant Home Run Derby event in early May. "We were roommates in July, so it's okay. I know what he's doing and how he's preparing," Prescott said, reflecting the deep trust and understanding between the two. The constant communication between Lamb and his teammates, especially Prescott, was a positive sign for the team. Lamb's hard work outside the Cowboys facility, captured in photos and videos circulating on social media, showed a dedicated athlete committed to maintaining and elevating his level of play. Each practice was an opportunity for Lamb to refine his skills and prepare for the challenges ahead. As July training camp approached, anticipation was growing. Cowboys fans eagerly waited to see Lamb in action, certain that he would bring another season of spectacular plays and unforgettable moments. The activation of the 5th year of Lamb's contract was just the beginning of a new phase, full of potential and promise. The next few months would be crucial, and the team and fans knew that with Lamb on the field, the sky was the limit. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to leave your opinion on this news, and subscribe to the channel.